me going out there to the West Coast, and everybody knew it was Cheryl Miller. It was her show. I didn't have a problem with that. But don't blackball me. Don't say, now I'm reading this, and I see that Coach Ernest Riggins, first they said he didn't get the paperwork in on time. This is, we're talking about the Olympic team. He didn't get the paperwork in on time. Okay, then number two, he said he didn't receive the paperwork. So which is it? Did he not receive it? Did he not get it in? I think it was the ABA USA. I think Linda Sharp had a lot to do with that. She was the coach of that team that year, the Olympic team. And I think that she just didn't want Cheryl and myself on the same court. It's what I think.
Welcome to Life After Sports 23. Miss Tina Hutchinson in the flesh. Yeah, East St. Louis finest?
East St. Louis finest.
East St. Louis finest. Hey, welcome to the show. My guy James, and of course we're about the same age, so I knew about you, because we watched all the sports back then. So, I'm gonna say thank you for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
All right.
Well, welcome to Life After Sports, Tina. I have been telling people about you, especially after the Juju breaking your record, and I didn't see anyone reach out to you, so I talked to my guys and I talked to Greg and I told him, I said, man, we need to allow Tina to come on our show and tell her story, how she got from Alabama to East St. Louis to San Diego State, and how did she accomplish this great record that stood for over 40 years. And they all agreed. So that's why we have you here, for you to tell your story about how you reached this 40-year record that half the world, or half the basketball world, or more than half of the basketball world didn't even know that you even owned. So, Miss Tina, the floor is yours. Tell us your story. Tell us who you are. Allow our audience to get the opportunity to know who you are and where you're from.
All right. First of all, I want to say to God be the glory for all the good things that he's done in my life, all the accomplishments I've made. I give all honors and all praises up to him, number one. Okay, my name is Tina Hutchinson, and I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. And I got a chance to go to a camp in Middlesville, Georgia. And that is where I met, Coach Ernest Riggins. And I've got relatives in St. Louis. And so anyway, I ended up migrating there. But let me just back up just a minute. Here in the state of Alabama, in the early 80s, early 70s, basketball was not prominent for women. So what I mean by that is men basketball, everyone focused their attention on men's basketball. So we didn't have a chance to get a lot of recognition. Mm-hmm. And I knew, it's kind of like being like a diamond. Before a diamond is beautiful, shining, and things of that nature, it's got to go through some things.
That's true.
And all I needed was polishing, just like a diamond. just needed a little polishing. I needed to get with the right individual that was able to bring the talent out of me. Mm-hmm. And that is what Coach Ernest Riggins Sr. did. And I ended up moving to St. Louis, Missouri. It's where I actually lived, but went to school. That's a story for another day, but ended up going to school in Illinois. There you go with your laughing again. There you go.
Hey, I know where Lincoln is. That's where I went. I went to Lincoln, so I know where it is.
Okay, East Boogie. Hey, East Boogie, baby. East Boogie. So anyway, I ended up going to Lincoln High School and getting with Coach Ernest Riggins, who is deceased now. But he showed me some things. He taught me some things, and he put it out there where my name, Tina Hutchinson, would be a household name. Now, fast forwarding, he got the job at San Diego State. There was no doubt in anyone's mind where I was going Tony Wallace, Demetrius Joyner. I mean, we were all going to San Diego State with Coach Ernest Riggins.
Right.
I just recently read with my bio with the what they got on the internet with the U.S. Olympic team.
Right.
Now, me coming from Midwest, going out there to the West Coast, we know Cheryl Miller was out there.
Right.
They were not going to let me come out there and outshine her. I mean, I'm just going, hey, Mr. James told me I can shoot straight from the hip. Hey, I ain't cut no corner.
Unfiltered.
I ain't cut no corner. I'm just telling you like it is because I haven't had a chance to tell my side of the story.
Oh, we got it. Take you on. Let's go.
Okay, and it seems as though everybody is talking for me, but no one has asked me. Okay, so I appreciate you guys allowing for me to tell my side of the story, and I'm gonna tell you just like it is.
That's it.
So me going out there to the West Coast, and everybody knew it was Cheryl Miller. It was her show. I didn't have a problem with that. But don't blackball me. Don't say, now I'm reading this, and I see that Coach Ernest Riggins, first they said he didn't get the paperwork in on time. We're talking about the Olympic team. He didn't get the paperwork in on time. Okay, then number two, he said he didn't receive the paperwork. So which is it? Did he not receive it? Did he not get it in? I think it was the ABA USA. I think Linda Sharp had a lot to do with that. She was the coach of that team that year, the Olympic team. And I think that she just didn't want Cheryl and myself on the same court. It's what I think.
Was she afraid? That you may outshine Cheryl because they was holding Cheryl up so high, and then they kind of knew in the back of their head that you may come and outshine her?
Correct. Well, being that USC is a very prestigious college, university, okay, San Diego State was sort of kind of on the back burner. Okay, everybody knew San Diego State was a party school. They were not really known for athletics except for when Michael Cage was there, because that's the year that I was there, when Michael Cage was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Tony Gwynn, Michael Cage.
Now, with that being said, it was a lot of politics, I think, that was going on back then. And we know there's no room for politics in athletics.
There's no room, but they're there. You know, Miss Tina, I have a question though. If you guys are going to the Olympics, aren't we supposed to put our best team on the court so we can bring the gold medal
win?
Home? Yeah,
we can win.
Yeah.
Now, when I read this, they said this coming from Cheryl. I just read this 2 nights ago. That she said that it was my responsibility to make sure that the paperwork got in. Well, Coach Ernest Riggins was handling all of the paperwork for us. Okay. Now, she said that Tina could have helped the team, especially when we played against the Russians. Well, if politics hadn't played a part in it, I would have helped the team. I could have been there.
So, Tina,
but when you got politics, it's just it's apples and oranges.
Mm-hmm.
It don't mix.
Right.
You know, and then I was a child. I was 18, 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Cheryl was maybe 19 or 20. I think she's a year older than I am.
Okay.
Okay. The thing about it is, if I'm better than she is, hey, let's get out here and let's play ball. I'm out here to help the team. You're out here to help the team. I don't care about me being better than her, she being better. I don't care anything about that because it's not about that. It's about us beating the teams that we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's supposed to be about, right?
Yeah, but when you got politics and when you got people that's putting their hands in things that they shouldn't, then it messes up the whole soup. You can put one ingredient in there and it just messes everything up. It throws everything off. Okay, now, being that as it may, we know that Juju Watkins just broke my record, right?
Right.
And I wasn't invited by USC. I wasn't invited by San Diego State because that's where I was when I was a freshman, and I held that record for 40 years. Okay. D1, NC2A should have mentioned me more. ESPN, Sports Center should have mentioned me more, but neither one of them did. So I'm trying to figure out, after 40 years, am I still being blackballed?
Well, I wouldn't say it's blackball. I would say that they really have been hiding a lot of figures for as women's sports. You know, for how long that politicians have been picking our stars. They want to pick our heroes. And they hero in girls basketball at that time. And for our viewers, Tina, could you tell them what year Olympics that was that you guys were competing for? Which year?
The 84 Olympics.
Okay, it was the 84 Olympics. Okay, that's for our viewers. That's for our viewers to know the timeline. You understand what I'm saying? But
I do.
They had already picked their hero, in which that is Cheryl Miller, and that's why we're starting to hear a lot of different things, even about the young lady Caitlin breaking the record. We found something the other night about Miss Pearl Moore. Did you know who Pearl Moore were?
Yes.
But she played in
4,000 points.
Yes, you know then, right? Yes, you do.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's a lot of things being hidden, and that's coming out due to the fact that everybody wants to push Caitlin to the forefront, but that's politics. That's extra money for TV. So a lot of things are coming out right now, and you doing this piece with us is a really good thing for you, because it's a shame that no one knew that you held this record for 40 years. And you also have to understand that you're from the Midwest and the South. And for a kid to come from the Midwest and the South and outshine someone like Cheryl Miller with that Miller name, it was a big name. Was it, Greg, in California?
Oh, well, Icky can tell you, we both from California. Yeah. But, and like I said, from Reggie and Daryl, they ball. But why do they always put us against each other to keep, if one makes it, one has to stay down. You know what I mean? Why can't we all go?
Right.
Can we give a little, it's a little insight, like for the people that aren't, like maybe they don't watch college, they don't watch the stuff. Mm-hmm. So just give us have her tell us like what record she had, how long she played for, and who who Juju is, and just give us all of that so that we can put that out there.
Yeah. So give us a little bit of your numbers. How the years that we're talking about, and during that time. So you mentioned Cheryl Miller. Who else was a prominent figure? That was on that team, or they wanted to be on that team, because.
I used to, in the summer, I traveled to LA with some teammates of mine, and we would go up to USC and play. Cynthia Cooper, excellent athlete. The McGee sisters, excellent athletes. I mean, duo, a 1-2 punch, 6'3", 6'4". Mm-hmm. Okay. We had Tony Wallace, Demetrius Joyner, but we were young. We were not as seasoned as these guys were, mm-hmm. but we still played with the best of them. Okay. And that's what it was all about. Like I said, we were kids then, and all we wanted to do was play basketball and have fun. When you take that away from us, what did we have? Nothing. When they took the 84 Olympics away from me, it sort of kind of tore me down. My momentum was not the same. Okay. I love the game of basketball, but politics, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. And it was just no place for it. And I think Linda Sharp had a lot to do with that. I even read on my bio that they had a tryout somewhere, I want to say in Colorado, and it said that I didn't have enough money, or I didn't have the money. I don't know anything about this.
They're writing your bio for you.
I'm reading things about myself I don't even know about. So it said that I didn't have enough money to make it there for the tryout for a national team. I'm just, who put all this stuff on there? Because I don't know.
No one knows. Somebody just made up your bio. You know what I mean? It's they put up.
They did that, but listen, and even they said she was either born in 64 or 65. She's either 58 or she's 59. If you're gonna put that out there like that, I mean, put it out there right.
Right.
So that tells me that whoever was writing, they did not do their homework, or they was just in a hurry. But someone could have notified me. I've been all over Facebook.
Yeah, you know what
they didn't care to do their homework.
No, they didn't want to do their homework.
They didn't care nothing about doing homework. No, especially when it come to us. So
the main thing was they would have never even wrote you a bio if Juju never breaks your record. You know what I mean? They would let you stay buried. They was hoping that you would have stayed buried away. Mm-hmm. That's what they hoped. But once Juju broke the record, she had to break somebody's record, and people wanted to know who is this person that held this record for 40 years, and now you're out telling everybody about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean they don't know your age now, but they knew what year you came out of high school. They don't know if you either 58, 59, 60. I mean, we got records, So I mean, they let people hear and feel what they want to hear. You know what I mean? So they've been having confusion, like you said. You didn't have enough money. They've been saying all these bad things about you for a long time. So now they have to continue the madness, so to speak. Does that make sense?
And that is true. And let me just add this. Someone sent me Instagram. Do you guys know who Lynette Woodard is?
No.
Lynette Woodard went to, she played with the Harlem Globetrotters. Okay. She went to the University of Kansas.
Okay.
When Caitlin broke her record, it's just like she said. She had been a hidden figure for 43 years. Mm-hmm. And when Caitlin broke her record, she didn't feel like her record was broken for the two reasons. The 2-point line and the smaller basketball. And to be honest with you, I said the exact same thing. Now, keep in mind, I had not heard Lynette say this. And someone sent this to my phone 2 days ago.
Okay, because
so
you guys
along the same line.
Excuse me, Tina. You guys played with the men's ball, right? Exactly. You guys played with the men's ball,
much heavier.
And you guys didn't have a 3-point line at that time.
No, sir.
Okay, and now they have made a woman's ball, and it's a lot lighter, and it's a lot smaller, and it fits their hands. But I could see the difference in that. Couldn't you?
No, there's a difference in everything that happens, man. It's a reason to the madness. It's a method to the madness. It's unfortunate that especially with all the information we have, that nobody reached out to you to bring it to the forefront. That you held this record for 40 years. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That I
should have been. When Caitlin broke Lynette Woodard's record, Lynette was right there to congratulate her. I should have been sitting right there because she was only 8 points away from doing that. I should have been sitting right there when Juju broke my record to congratulate her.
Yeah, but
and like I say, I don't get it.
It's unfortunate during your time, they dropped a lot of balls. You know what I mean? They blamed a lot of people. Or they didn't. The right thing wasn't done. You know what I mean? The Olympic team, now you have to fill out your stuff. I mean, they picked a team. They know what's going on. You know what I mean? They could,
of course.
But they have to say that. They have to blame somebody. What got you into basketball? How did you even first start playing? What age were you when you decided to pick up a ball and go in that direction? You know what?
Oh, my God. You know what? That is an excellent question. My uncle, Joseph Lee Jr., I would love to try to emulate my uncle everywhere he went. I would want to go. The things that he was doing, I wanted to do. So he was playing basketball, and I would just follow him. He was with, you guys know who Enos Watley is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Enos Watley come out of Phillips High School. And so that's where my uncle went to school, Phillips High School. And I would want to do everything he did. So when he was playing basketball, I would pick up a basketball. And that's how I started at my grandmother's backyard, a garage, and she had a goal. You know, back in the day, you know, that's
Yeah, when you hammered it on the roof. Yeah, when you hammered, put it.
That's right. That's right.
I know.
You know, and that's how it all started.
How old were you?
8, 9.
Okay.
And once I knew that I was good, but I had found me something that preoccupied my time, that I was good at. I wasn't great at it then. I was just good at it. I was tall. I was skinny. You know, I had the perfect frame
For a basketball player.
for basketball. And I just loved it. You know, I love the game of basketball. And once he started playing, because I wanted to be just like my uncle.
Okay.
So he took me around. We played here, we played there. So by the time I got to, because there wasn't, my elementary school was North Birmingham.
Okay.
North Birmingham Elementary. We didn't have a girls basketball team. And I got to Carver for 1 year. And I played on that team. But it wasn't very good. I was the best player.
Okay.
Sounds like you were the best player everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no doubt.
So once you leave Carver, is that when you started going? Tell me about the different basketball camps that you attended to get the attention of the coach at East St. Louis Lincoln High School.
James, it was only one camp that I had. Well, it was one camp to get, you know, we're only one person away from our dreams coming true. And I was at the BC All-Star Camp in Middlesboro, Georgia.
Okay.
And that's where I didn't know this at the time, but that's where all of the elite players, if you were any good, you were invited to go to the BC All-Star Camp. And that particular year, I just so happened to be invited.
Okay.
I got the paperwork in.
That's what I'm about to say. It's amazing how that paperwork came. They got to that. That paperwork. Yeah, that paperwork got there.
He was waiting to get that one.
Yeah, I got the paperwork.
It didn't get lost in the mail. It didn't.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Anyway, we got the paperwork in and everything, and we stayed. I think it was maybe a week during the summer. And that's where I met Tony Wallace, Demetrius Joyner, you know, all of those guys from East St. Louis. And once I met those guys and played against them, everything else is history.
Okay.
Coach Reyes came. He spoke with my mother, my grandmother. We talked about it. And he said that if I wanted to be a household name, if Tina Hutchinson wanted to be a household name, he said, you got to leave here. You got to leave the state of Alabama because basketball is just for women. I mean, in the 80s, they were just focused on the guys.
Well, okay,
and
what about...
my talent far exceeded, you know, even some of the guys at that time.
Did you, I'm not sure, I think you guys did cross paths. Did you play with Jackie 1 year? Did you play with Jackie?
I did not. Jackie was already gone. I got a chance to play with her sister.
Okay.
Deborah Joyner.
Oh, you played with Deborah, okay.
Yes.
I mean, we're about the same age, so can we just get your real age right now, the year you were born, because that seemed to get lost in translation too. You know, this is your bio. Tell us your bio. Give us what you want to give us.
June 13th, 1965. Do the math. I'll be 59.
Hey, there you go.
Big 5'9".
There you go.
Yeah, be 59 years old.
All right.
And I thank God for that.
Oh, yeah.
Every day. One more. If you have something that you needed to get out or needed to say or wanted people to know about you, here's your opportunity. What would you say? You know, something that's been buried deep down inside, you know, deep down inside you, something that you just need to get out to make you feel better.
Well, it's not that I need to get anything out, but, you know, to know Tina Hutchinson is to love Tina Hutchinson. I am I'm not going to even say a good person. I'm a great person to know. A lot of times when people are going through things, people need something. I am the first one. And I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about to pray with, first of all, if they need a ride somewhere, if they need something done. I am their go-to person. It's like my aunt told me, said, you know, you're a go-getter. You know, you don't let no grass grow up under your feet. You're just always out there doing something. You're always helping people. And I always say that's probably going to be my downfall, because I see somebody broke down on the side, of the highway. I want to always stop and help and see what I can do. But I'm a great person to know. I'm that ace up your sleeve that you need when you need it.
Okay.
And people, I think out there on the West Coast, because they didn't really know me, they just knew the basketball side of me. I think they kind of blew things out of proportion a little bit. As far as me being a person, a lady, an athlete, all of those things. Get to know me first.
Right. Tell me this, Tina.
And then we can go, we can go from there. We can roll. Okay. I don't mind rolling with you,
Okay. Wait,
but get to know me first.
Tell me this, Tina.
Before you start making any type of accusations.
Tell me this, Tina. Once you got to San Diego State, right, and you start playing as a freshman, when did you realize that you were good enough to play in the Olympics? You know what I mean? When did you realize that you fit in this NCAA women's basketball game? When did you recognize that?
When in 1983, when I was #1 player in the nation.
That's what I'm saying.
And when all of the colleges and universities, I had so many letters. I had so many coaches that was coming to my game. I was in Illinois, and people were going to Birmingham to talk to my mother and grandmother.
Hey, I'll watch you play. I'll watch you play.
To come there. So that's how I knew when Parade magazine came out, the year of '83. Remember Parade magazine?
Oh, yeah, that's the All-American magazine.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And I was the #1 player then.
Wow.
And when I got to college, and when I was still putting up, that's a new level, a new devil, okay? So, and I was still putting up 25, 30 points, 41 points against USC.
Woo!
That was something to reckon with.
You smoked Cyril, huh?
I knew that this was the game for me. Now, even though I played volleyball, I high jumped, and things of that nature, but basketball was my go-to sport. Basketball was my peace of mind when I was going through something. Basketball. But they kind of took that away from me with the '84 Olympics, with all the lies that was told. I even heard she don't play no defense. You're just making up all kinds. Now I got 6.5, 6.2 steals per game, 3.4 blocks per game. I'm not just a offensive person. I'm very high on defense.
But you know what? Back then you were taught to play basketball. A basketball player had to play them all, right? Back then to get on the court. Yeah, you did. So, it's unfair and unfortunate that they did that to you. You know what I mean? But it made you who you are today too, in a sense, also, right?
Yeah, it broke me a little bit. It broke me. I will tell you, it broke me just a little bit, and I had to bounce back. I was a child, and I didn't know. Okay, why would somebody do that to an individual? I'm still a person. Why would you take a person's dream away from them like that for the reasons of politics? Because you want your athlete to be top dog.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah.
So the night that you scored 40, was Cheryl Miller on the court?
Of course she was there.
You gave it to her.
She couldn't stop it.
She couldn't stop it.
She couldn't stop it.
How was your guys' relationship, you and Cheryl?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure why she's got animosity towards me, because I love everybody. White, black, purple, green. Even when she got hurt, I reached out to her. When I got hurt, nothing from nobody. As far as playing, my teammates, they took good care of me. I'm just talking about, when you hear about somebody getting hurt, we don't want that. You know what I mean? And when I reached out to her, and I never forget the phone call. She picked up, she said, hey, she didn't know who I was. She said, this better be good. I said, hey, Cheryl, this is Tina Hutchinson. I said, I heard about your injury. I said, I just want to call you and tell you, hey, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And I said, if there's anything that you need, I said, hey, don't hesitate. And I was still in San Diego then. I was still in Cali then. I say, don't hesitate to call me if you need anything. But now, I didn't get that in return. But it's okay,
Yeah, well, I'm glad. Is there anything else you would like to say, to get it out there?
We're adults now. Let's let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
And, if Cheryl needed me right now, I hop on a flight and go see about her. Even though, I know she's got people, there in California. She's got both her brothers, Dara and Reggie, But when people need you, you need to try to be there for them if you can. You need to try to lift them up instead of trying to tear them down. We've been down for so long, and that needs to stop. Let's stop being the crab in the barrel. When one is just about to get out, I'm going to pull them back down.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not that type person. This is me. I'm going to put you on my shoulder, and I'm going to lift you up.
That's good.
If you can get out, get out.
There you go.
Okay?
Well,
that's me. I'm the lifter.
Okay.
I'm the booster, And people just don't know that. Now, people here in the state of Alabama, Birmingham, city of Birmingham, they know that about me because, I've been here. I've been back home now for a while. And people have called on me, for this and that and that and this. And that's fine. But if I can ever do anything for anyone, I'm there. I'm Johnny right there on the spot. But I need some help with some sponsors, with the AAU team that I'm coaching. It's a young girl. I think she's probably in the 5th or 6th grade. And she reminds me so much of myself. And I just met her last week.
Okay.
And I just don't want her to get away or to go down the wrong path.
That's good.
So we're going to get your story out there, like I said, and that was going to be my next question. What are you doing now? So you are, I know you're going to be with the youth back there somewhere. I could already see it in you. You know what I mean? Yeah, like now, the uplifting and the coaching and, your faith, how your faith has driven you. And, that's who you rely on. I mean.
Yes, I rely on God, but I just want to be able to give back to these girls. I don't know right now if I need to be looking for an agent, to try to get my story out or, for my phone to start ringing. I don't know. But I was very much disappointed when it didn't ring after 40 years of a record being broken. I was very disappointed when I took it upon myself to reach out to Juju on Instagram and didn't receive anything back, not a thank you, not a nothing. I was very disappointed when I reached out to the NC2A and no one returned my call.
Wow.
I was very disappointed when ESPN did not reach out to me, Sports Center. They gave me about this much time.
What'd they say?
About 2 seconds.
What'd they say?
Juju Watkins is about to break Tina Hutchinson's record. She's 8 points away.
Wow.
That's it. Now, a 40-year record. That's all that was worthy of?
That's special.
No, I feel your pain.
Yeah, I was the hidden agenda, I guess you could call it. And then until she broke the record, I guess nobody would still know who Tina Hutchinson is if Juju hadn't broke the record.
Well, you had scored so many points, they never thought anyone would catch that record. But with this 3-point line being put in the game, a lot of records are getting knocked down right now due to that 3-point line. You understand?
That's correct.
And for our audience, could you give us your career stats as at San Diego State? 29.9 points per game,
I think it was something like 12, 13, 14 rebounds per game, somewhere up in there. 6.5, 6.2 steals, 3, 4, 5 blocks per game, somewhere like that.
Sound like you played defense to me.
Hey, I don't know who they fooling, but they ain't fooling us.
That's a matter of opinion. You know, if people are trying to knock you down and to with your credibility, you know, that's how it is. I mean, I don't get it.
Well, you know, like for us, if there's anything Life After Sports 23 can do for you, or James Harris, Greg Vaughn, Icky Woods, Sean King, you know, let us know. You know, if you need help, you know, reach out to us. You know, James will give you the contact for all of us, and maybe we can help you. We have a production company. Maybe we can help you get your story out. You know what I mean?
Get my story out, and I think, you know what, we didn't really touch on a lot of things, and you know, I know that we're pressed for time, but I'm talking about when I was growing up, and you know, it should be a movie. It should be the Tina Hutchinson story, because girls out there need to hear, if I can do it, they can do it as well.
That's right.
And sometimes we need a little help.
Yeah, somebody's going through it
You
too.
know, and that's what it's all about. You know, I would love for Tyler Perry to do.
No Tyler Perry.
He got the money.
We ain't doing no Tyler Perry. Hey, we got our own production company. We ain't dealing with no Tyler Perry.
That's the machine that can give you the.
That's as Josh said, that's the machine that didn't give you the paperwork.
Right now, come on, help us help you.
Yeah, they didn't give you the paperwork the first time.
I got you.
But let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Do same amount of games? Do they play more games now than you played?
I think they play more games now.
I mean, so there's a lot of factors. Not taking anything away from Juju, but it's not her fault.
No.
But yeah, like you said, you lift her up. You lift her up. I applaud you for that.
Look, let me tell you something. She's young. She's got a lot of proving to do. I would never take away from Juju's game. Never. I'm here to help her to further succeed, to be successful at the next level. Okay? Records are made to be broken. Juju broke Tina Hutchinson's record. Hey, excellent. It's just a record. But if I can do anything to lift or to give her any type of advice, I'm here.
One thing, make sure she get her paperwork in.
You know, hey, James, to be honest with you,
Yeah, baby.
I don't think she gonna worry about no paperwork.
Get that paperwork in. Get that paperwork in.
If people took care of that for her, you know.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference. Let me just say this. It makes a difference, the school that you attend.
Yeah.
If I had gone to the University of Tennessee with Pat Head Summit, and I
you
knew her
supposed to
very
win?
well.
That's where you
Very
supposed to
well.
win.
There wouldn't be
Right?
no problem with the paperwork then.
No, because that's where you supposed to win. Tina, you was the best player in the country. You was the best player in the
James, how did
country.
you know that?
Girl, I watch you play. I went to Lincoln. I'm from East St. Louis. I ain't never lived nowhere else. I watched you from the first day you came to practice in our gym. I knew who you was. Because they said it was a girl come from Alabama can play with us. And I wanted to know who in the heck girl can
That's
play
right.
with us. And I needed
That's
to see
right.
her. And I saw
She
her.
said, "That's right."
And I said, this girl can play with us. I tell you, I remember telling Calvin Pfeiffer, I say 5. She can get down with us. Calvin was
Hey, you
like,
remember Kevin Pfeiffer?
yeah, Calvin was my guys, man. I told Calvin
Yeah.
and T-Row, I said, hey, man, she can play with us. And that
That's right.
you was that good. And here on this show, we have a saying that we do a lot of things that we try to change lives and things like that. We have things we call breaking chains and building dreams. And you are a dream builder.
And a chain breaker.
And a chain breaker. And thank God that you gave me, Greg, and Icky an opportunity to interview you. And you got the opportunity to come on Life After Sports 23 and tell your story. And hopefully
Yes.
through Mr. Vaughn's, he can help you get your story out there through the production company. Stay with us, and we will reach back to help you.
Let's grow together. Let's grow
Yeah,
together.
you know what? What I tell you,
Raise up.
Raise up. hey, we not crabs in the bucket. We ain't gonna pull you down. We gonna raise you up, and cleanse you up.
You know what? You know what? I'm so tall, right? So who gonna stand on my shoulders?
I can stand on your shoulders.
I'm a little tall. Hey, I'm a little too tall and too heavy. I don't want to hurt you. Hey, baby, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Guys, I really do appreciate you guys reaching out to me. You know what? It means so much to me. On a serious note, that you guys gave me this opportunity, because there's more to this story. You know, it's more to Tina Hutchinson. Someone asked me the other day, who is Tina Hutchinson? Tina Hutchinson is not just basketball.
Right.
I am a true woman of God. I love the Lord. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to go. I'm willing to, like I tell the Lord, use me, send me. Lord, I'll go.
That's right.
And I have been hidden for 40 years, waiting on this opportunity. You guys don't know. I got tears in my eyes.
You're not hidden
Waiting
anymore,
on
baby.
this opportunity for someone to expose me, for someone to put me out there, so for someone to give me that recognition that I need, or that I didn't get a chance to get, because everybody else has been tearing me down. Yeah. And I just appreciate you guys trying to lift and trying to build me back up.
No, hey, thank you for letting us be a part of that. Thank us.
You deserve it.
You deserve it.
Think about
You know
that, man. She was the number one player in the country.
Number one player in the country. I wasn't. Was you?
Hell no.
You, Icky? We weren't.
So you got something on all us.
You got something on all. Hey, Tina. All three of us did something real special. We all played in the pros. And you did something we ain't never did.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. We played NFL. He played Major League Baseball. Lord.
Yep.
Yes, man.
But you know, God is good. And
All the time.
we each have a special talent. And I don't meet a stranger. And as y'all see, I love to talk and I love people.
Yeah, we see.
No doubt.
Since you and James got that must be East St. Louis water or something.
He's funny, baby.
Hey, we just ain't about that crap. That's all. We ain't about that
He
crap.
right, same thing.
We're not about that crap.
That's it.
Right.
We ain't about that crap. Hey, God bless you. Thanks for coming on. And we will be in touch with you about your story.
Yeah, let's get your story out there.
Love you, baby.
Let's rock and roll with it. I do appreciate you guys, and I love you with all of my
Love
heart.
you back.
Love you back, baby.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Peace out.
See you later, T.
All right. Take care now.
All right, bye-bye.
We got parties going on.
We got a party.
We got a party.
Please, baby, what you ready to do?